Welcome back to #That. I'm Krista Barong.
And I'm Clever Streich. We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates. We've got everything from Black Panther to the Oscars.
All that and more from Hamden to Hollywood, we're your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
At the age of 76, famous comedian Leo Gallagher passed away Friday morning. Gallagher suffered from an organ failure while in hospice care at his house in Palm Springs, California. Gallagher was famous for his sledge-o-matic routine, where he hilariously smashed watermelons with a hammer, causing melon to fly all over his audience. Gallagher's former manager stated, quote, "While Gallagher had his detractors, he was an undeniable talent and an American success story," end quote. Fans were enraptured with his unique prop comedy stylings, as he was a star of numerous specials that premiered on HBO and Showtime throughout the 1980s.
Kevin Conroy, the iconic voice actor for Warner Bros. TV show Batman, the animated series, also passed away on Friday at age 66 from cancer. The series ran from 1992 through 1995 for a total of 85 episodes. He also voiced a character in other DC projects, including animated movies and video games. Mark Hamill, who played the Joker in the series, stated the following in the memory of Conroy, quote, "Kevin was perfection. He was one of my favorite people on the planet, and I loved him like a brother. He truly cared for the people around him. His decency shone through everything he did. Every time I saw him or spoke with him, my spirits were elevated," end quote. It is clear that both Conroy's and Gallagher's legacies will never be forgotten.
A familiar host will be returning to the Oscars for the first time since 2018. Late-night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel will be the MC of the 2023 Oscars, his third time hosting the event. Kimmel was ecstatic in his iconic self-deprecating manner to come back to the star-studded event, stating in a press release, quote, "I am grateful for the Academy to ask me back so quickly after everyone good said no." Kimmel hopes his hosting will amuse audiences all over the world who tune into the biggest show in entertainment.
If you are a Game of Thrones fan, Star Wars lover, and avid video game watcher like myself, then get ready, because The Last of Us TV show finally has a release date. The show stars Bella Ramsey, known for her role as Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones, and Pedro Pascal, who plays the beloved Mandalorian. Pascal's character Joel is assigned to take Ramsey's character Ellie across a post-apocalyptic United States in order to find a cure for a fungal infection that results in the infected having zombie-like tendencies. The show will be released on January 15th, 2023 on HBO, and I couldn't be more excited.
Here to give us an inside look at Quinnipiac Fourth Wall's production of Alice in Wonderland is Haley Ruccio.
Hey, #, I am outside the Theater Arts Center where the Fourth Wall production of Alice in Wonderland is about to begin. I had the opportunity to interview the director and some of the cast members of Alice in Wonderland and talk to them about what their production of Alice in Wonderland is like and what it is like working with an entirely student-run team.
Fourth Wall is a student-run theater where we give students the opportunities to direct, to design, to basically put a whole production all by ourselves, just us students, no help from faculty.
Alice in Wonderland has been around since the 1800s, so it's been readapted and retold hundreds, if not thousands of times. So every telling of Alice in Wonderland is different and it's special.
My production of Alice in Wonderland is about growing and changing. So we have two Alices. It's not necessarily written that way in the script. One of them is a little bit younger in mannerisms, and one's a little bit older, and it's just about how you can change multiple times and still be who you are.
I wanted my Mad Hatter to basically be the personification of an intrusive thought. There's no real personality traits attached with the Mad Hatter other than just being wild and creative, and I shift through many accents and I shift through many moods, so it's quite fun.
My role is the Queen of Hearts. She is the main antagonist in the show. My role in the show is to be just a huge aggressor in Alice's world and in her mind. Some may say that the Queen of Hearts represents Alice's mother. So that's something that we've been really exploring in the show.
I do the directing, which means I mostly work with the cast. We did all these rehearsals. We worked through like character stuff, what each character does, how they fit into the story. Blocking, which is like where people move when, where they're coming from, where they're going. One of my favorite parts, so there's a cast size of 17, which is kind of a lot, but it's also really fun because they're an awesome group of 17 people, getting to hear everyone's ideas and getting to hear what they think the show's about, what they think their characters are doing, and getting to see them explore that.
I do love working with all students just because it provides such a great atmosphere to get feedback and be able to really put your ideas in the pot and try things out.
I love my fellow actors, I love my team. They're all great people and I love seeing how talented they are.
I really enjoy Quinnipiac Theater Program. It's small, but it's mighty, and I love the people, and they just keep making me come back, and I definitely will continue to be a part of these shows. So happy to be here.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Drew, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Hope you enjoyed the little break because Emma Dinnan is here with an inside look at the Happy Fits concert.
Are you
A lot has happened this week in the late night talk show world, so here to tell us all about it once again is Haley Ruccio.
Hey guys, this week there's a lot to go over. Let's get started. In midst of the midterm elections, numerous late night hosts could not stay away from political jokes. Stephen Colbert could not contain his excitement after claiming he would stay away from the subject to announce Dr. Oz had lost to John Fetterman and got a warm response from the crowd. He also mocked the loss of many Republicans, calling their red wave more of a pink splash. Colbert seemed to face no backlash for his statements. Kelly Clarkson is about to have a busy year, as NBC has confirmed that The Kelly Clarkson Show will be renewed for 2 more seasons, running through 2025. She also will be returning as a coach on The Voice. The Kelly Clarkson Show has run for 4 seasons and has won numerous daytime Emmy Awards. NBC Universal Vice President Tracy Wilson called Clarkson, quote, one of the brightest stars of our time, end quote. Fans are so excited for Clarkson and her continuation in her talk show journey. Jason Momoa seemed to be very comfortable on Jimmy Kimmel Live this past Wednesday. The Aquaman actor came to the show in a costume from his recent Netflix film Slumberland. He wore purple satin pajamas and a fuzzy pink coat. The actor then showed some skin after removing the pajamas to reveal a traditional Hawaiian malo. Momoa claimed, quote, I'm doing a show. I'm a creator and writer and director and producer on this Apple series called Chief of War, and it's all 1780s, 1790s Hawaii. That's what I wear every day. I was just getting ready for the role, and I like to get into character, and so I was tanning, end quote. That's all I have for this week's Late Night Highlights. Back to you guys at the desk.
Mason Glod and Audrey Scafati are back with one of my favorite segments, Marvel Mondays. Let's take a look.
What's up, hashtag? It's Audrey.
And Mason, and welcome back to Marvel Mondays.
Today, we are going to be talking all things Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I really love this movie. I think it brought a level of sophistication and intensity to the MCU that's been missing for a little while now, and I think it did just an amazing job of honoring Chadwick Boseman's legacy.
I agree. I thought my big takeaway in this movie was how it honored Chadwick Boseman beautifully. I also thought that the acting was great, and truly it was just a really beautiful thing to watch. This entirely led female cast was absolutely incredible. Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, Lupita Nyong'o, and Denai Guerrera were totally taking this film by storm.
For sure. I think Letitia Wright did a great job stepping into this main role, and Angela Bassett was absolutely amazing. She's been getting a lot of Oscar buzz, and we'll see if that happens, but definitely well deserved. Another great aspect of this movie was Tinoch Huerta as Namor. I think this was one of the most frightening villains we've had in a long time. He had a really commanding presence, and he's being praised as one of the best villains in Phase 4 so far.
He was really just an awesome villain, and all I know is that I was totally captivated every time that he was on screen.
One interesting thing about this movie is it's really just a direct sequel to the first movie, and I think it did a really good job of incorporating some MCU elements without it being too overwhelming. It was subtle enough, but also effective, and I think that's a fresh take that we haven't seen in Phase 4 so far.
After such dissatisfaction and mixed critical reviews in Marvel Phase 4 in general, ending on a movie like Wakanda Forever was really setting Phase 4 off on a good note, and I think we're all ready for Phase 5.
Definitely.
Personally, I'm really excited to see where all of these new characters go in the future rumored Wakanda series and also Avengers Secret Wars.
Yes, you know I will be there to watch. More hashtag after this commercial break.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
We're back with the Hollywood News Update, and here to spill all the latest news is Sam Dorlin. Sam, what do you have?
What's up, guys? We have so much news straight out of Hollywood, so let's jump right into it. Our first story, Thanksgiving is starting to creep around the corner, which means it's time for a closer call for Jingle Bells and Christmas movies. While we're starting to get new Christmas music and movies, one of the biggest Christmas projects as of right now is Lindsay Lohan's new Netflix Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas, where Lohan plays a woman who is after a skiing accident. Days before her wedding, she is diagnosed with amnesia. The movie is already at number 2 on Netflix Top 10, and there's already rumors spiraling for a sequel. Have you guys seen the movie and heard positive buzz around it?
I have not seen this movie, but considering Lindsay Lohan is in it, it's kind of hot on Netflix right now. I might take a look at it. I mean, I do like Christmas films and I like rom-coms, so why not?
See, I have to disagree with you there. I'm not the biggest fan of rom-com holiday movies. They're just very Hallmarky to me, and those are not the best movies. It also kind of reminds me of the Vanessa Hudgens series that was also released on Netflix last Christmas season. And I feel like we're just getting the same movie in a different font every single year. So for it to possibly become a sequel or a series, I'm just not feeling it. Lindsay Lohan's not my favorite actress, so we'll have to see how it goes. What about you, Sam? What do you think?
I'm kind of in a mix between I'm all for a good Christmas movie, but Krista, I can definitely see where you're at with the whole series and dragging out and stuff. Anyways, Rihanna has been getting a lot of recent buzz from her announcement as the Super Bowl halftime performer to her comeback through the Black Panther soundtrack. But one thing we always need to keep up with is her Savage and Fenty. Her Volume 4 just dropped last weekend, and there's a lot of mixed feelings about the show. Specifically, 18-year-old producer Marcy Martin appearing to the Taylor Page's message. What are you guys' thoughts? And do you guys think that Marcy Martin was too young to rock the one-way, or do you think she was a perfect fit for the show?
So I know the whole controversy behind this is that she recently just turned 18, but I think we have to look at it as she is an adult now and she's able to make her own decisions. I think, as audience members and people looking at the Hollywood life, we have a really hard time being able to see child actors becoming older and growing into their adulthood. But what do you think, Clever?
I think as long as she's happy and confident, it's certainly a good choice for her to walk the one way, and who can't deny a deal from Rihanna? I mean, Rihanna's Rihanna.
Yeah, exactly. But Sam, what do you think?
I would have to agree with you guys. Growing up in Hollywood is already a struggle as it is, and it's not like her parents don't work with her and her team of what she's doing, and she killed it off the show. So, Hollywood News sends a huge congratulations to Nick Cannon and his family on his beautiful baby girl, and another congratulations to his brand new child on the way. This will now be Nick Cannon's 12th child in the span of 11 years. What are your guys' thoughts, and do you guys think that the love for the Cannon family should grow, or do you guys feel like they're on the news just a bit too much?
I think news has a lot of Nick Cannon in the cycle, but it's nice to see him expanding his family. As always, congratulations to Nick for having a new child, especially after he lost Zen just in the past few years. It's nice to see him expand his family and grow.
I agree. It's very great that his newborn baby girl is very healthy after the loss of his son, and he has another baby on the way. So congratulations again. That is such a great thing for him, and I know that he loves his family very much, and it's so upsetting that he gets so much negativity about his family. So, Sam, what else?
I agree. Nick Cannon's a very big family man, and it's great to see his whole family expand with all the kids that he has. That's all we have for this week's Hollywood News Update. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this. You will find something.
You will find something new.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. What? My. Oh.
Thanks for sticking with us. It's hard to believe that The Walking Dead has been on for 12 years. Michael Katz-Flynn is here to give us an inside look of the fluctuation of the show's viewership during its 12-year run.
Hey, hashtag, believe it or not, The Walking Dead is finally coming to an end after 11 long seasons. Despite its massive popularity early on, viewership has plummeted in recent years, and the majority of fans will not witness the conclusion to this journey. Let's take a look to see why that is. Spoilers ahead. AMC's The Walking Dead premiered on Halloween in 2010, bringing viewers a fresh take on zombies unlike any other. Concept of zombies do not exist in this world, with the word zombie not being mentioned once, with them being called walkers instead. The designs were also way more gruesome than viewers were used to, making them more manageable for the real world. Despite some people recognizing Norman Reedus from Boondock Saints and Andrew Lincoln from Love Actually, the cast was fairly unknown at the time, making it easy to see the characters as them and not their actors. The series opens with Rick waking up from a coma in this new apocalyptic world. When he learns that his wife, son, and best friend are alive in a new group, he does his best to keep them together, which causes a lot of drama. Plot points such as Rick and Shane going from besties to enemies and Daryl being forced to choose between the group and his brother Merle got viewers questioning what they would do in these situations. Fans eagerly watched this group for 5 seasons and the threats they faced, such as the Governor and Terminus group, until finding safe home in Alexandria. In Season 6, while diverting a massive walker horde, they are ambushed by a group called the Wolves. The storyline was rushed through to introduce the Saviors. The season ends with their leader Negan killing an unknown member of the group, and fans weren't pleased with this cliffhanger. 6 months later, when Season 7 premiered, it was revealed that Abraham was the one who met his demise, and if fans weren't furious enough, they were forced to watch Glenn get his head bashed in only minutes later. This really set people off, comparing the episode to Game of Thrones' The Red Wedding, and a 26% drop in viewership the next episode. The overall quality in writing dropped a lot in Season 7 and 8, with the Savior story arc dragging out a lot and a lot of filler episodes. At this point, the humans started feeling more of a threat than the walkers. What really filled fans with rage, though, was the decision to kill off Carl halfway through Season 8. They may have comic accuracy to defend Glenn, but Carl's death just felt super unnecessary. Season 9 said farewell to Rick Grimes, with it being publicly announced at Comic-Con instead of being left for surprise. This episode put fans on an emotional roller coaster, seeing Rick slowly bleed out while hallucinating lost friends and saving his people, only to have him survive and be taken by a helicopter. While the quality did improve in Season 9, there was just too big a hole without Andrew Lincoln, and this would have been the perfect opportunity to have Carl step into his father's shoes. While the newer seasons aren't bad, it feels like a completely different show that's gone very repetitive, with too many plots and low stakes. Since with the announced Maggie and Negan spin-off Dead City and the Untitled Daryl series, we know these characters will make it out alive. There's also the recently announced Rick and Michonne series that will replace the previously announced trilogy, but fans would have much rather the two return for the final season. It'll be interesting to see how this series concludes, though even the few that have stuck around to the end can agree this show has overstayed its welcome. Back to you, the desk.
This week, since I was a part of the entertainment department,
And I'm a part of the sports department,
we are going to be playing Hashtag Trivia, Sports vs. Entertainment Edition, where I will ask clever entertainment questions.
and I'll be asking Krista some sports questions. Let's get started. So the first question, what NFL quarterback announced this month that he and his wife are getting a divorce? Is it A, Tom Brady, B, Aaron Rodgers, C, Geno Smith, or D, Russell Wilson?
All right. Disclaimer, I know nothing about sports, but we're going to do the best I can. So I believe truly the only one that I know is Tom Brady, who I know, deflated a football. So I'm going to go with him.
That is actually correct. Tom Brady did get a divorce from Gisele Bündchen just a couple of weeks ago. So that is 1 for 1 for Krista.
I take great pride in knowing that. So
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. No applause needed. But all right, now I have a question for you, Clever.
Okay.
So, what The Vampire's Diary actor is getting a divorce? A, Nina Dobrev. 2, Ian Somerhalder. 3, Paul Weasley. 4, Candace King.
To be honest, I'm not the biggest Vampire Diaries fan. I'm not the biggest CW dramas fan myself. But you know what? I'm going to have to go with a shot in the dark here. Sometimes when you guess on a multiple choice question, sometimes you just go with like A, so I'll go with Nina Dobrev.
Unfortunately, You are incorrect.
Oh,
It was
shoot.
actually number 3, Paul Weasley,
Paul
who
Weasley.
played Stefan Salvatore. So sorry about that. Yeah, he was married to Inez de Roman for 3 years.
Okay, let's get back to some sports questions. Which of these players were recently traded to the Vancouver Canucks? A. JT Miller, B. Ethan Bear, C. Elias Peterson, or D. Bo Horvat?
All right. Can I have any tips on this question?
Yes, so this is a player that is of Native American descent. He's from Native Canadian descent. He is one of the only players in the entire NHL to have Indigenous descent in the NHL. I know it's probably not helping much. You might as well go with the shot in the dark, maybe?
D?
No, it is not Bo Horvat. It is B. Ethan Bear,
Oh. Okay.
former Edmonton Oiler.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Well, let's get back to some entertainment news questions. So, which actress recently opened up about her struggles with fertility? A. Anne Hathaway, B. Jennifer Aniston, C. Anna Kendrick, or D. Rashida Jones?
I think I know that Jennifer Aniston was recently in the news cycle with that, so I will go with Jennifer Aniston in this case.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll guess Jennifer. Yeah,
100%?
I mean Jennifer Aniston, famous actress. Honestly, I think that she could be the one here. I don't remember Anne Hathaway, Anna Kendrick, or Rashida Jones' names coming up in the news cycle recently.
You're right. I was just testing you. So it is Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, you know, after her divorce from Brad Pitt, a lot of people were saying that their divorce was because she decided she didn't want to have children, which wasn't the case. She actually struggled with it, so she's been able to come forward about it more recently, but it was really hard for her.
It's an important conversation to have as well.
100%. Yeah.
All right, one more sports question. Which NBA player was suspended due to anti-Semitic remarks? LeBron James, RJ Barrett, Kevin Durant, or Kyrie Irving?
See, I still only know one of those names, but I don't think it would be LeBron James. So let's go with possibly.
Do you want a hint first?
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
From the Brooklyn Nets.
That does not help me.
I know it doesn't help you.
All right. You know what? Let's just take a wild guess and go with number 2.
It is Kyrie Irving was the correct answer
So
on
I
that
was
one.
wrong.
Letter D.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He will be out of action for a bit due to anti-Semitic remarks.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
He should not have that platform.
Right.
So another question we have is, what member of the Try Guys was caught cheating this year? A. Ned Fulmer. 2. Keith Hirschberger. 3. Zach Cornfield, or 4. Eugene Lee Yang.
Oh, this was a big story on Twitter. I
If you
remember.
get this wrong, I will be very
I
upset
have to
with
get
you.
this right. The Try guy that was caught cheating is Ned.
You got
There
that
it
one
is.
right.
There it is.
Yeah, he cheated on his wife with his coworker, so, you know, yeah.
So I won 2-1. How does it feel now that you've lost in sports trivia?
I gotta really catch up on my sports trivia. We're gonna have a rehashing of this, so don't worry. But for some Motivational Mondays, we have on Sunday, Prince Harry wrote a letter to the children of an organization known as Scotty's Little Soldiers in honor of Remembrance Day. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle asked well-wishers of their union for their wedding to donate to this charity, among others. This organization supports children who lost parents who served in the armed services. He stated, quote, "We share a bond even without ever meeting one another," end quote. He continued to share his hope that the children can find comfort in knowing that their parents' love will never fade.
Selena Gomez accepted an award for mental health awareness education from the Ruderman Family Foundation. The 30-year-old received the Morton E. Ruderman Award in Inclusion for her efforts to change narratives and stigmas surrounding mental health care. Gomez was honored to continue sharing her story, as she has been previously open about her bipolar diagnosis in her documentary Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me. She stated, quote, "We can bring change as we destigmatize mental health, empower people, and to address their mental health, we encourage others to do the same," end quote.
That's all we have this week on #that.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
I'm Krista Barong.
And I'm Clever Streich. Thank you so much for watching #that. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching and good night.